Good morning and happy Saturday to you. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. You're tuned in to Orbital Vaping Headquarters, Juicy Jones HQ, and you're watching VapeAM. Saturday morning, VapeAM. Today we're going over a nifty little kit from iJoy that I got called the Mystique. It's VapeAM. It's the iJoy Mystique Kit. It's got a mod and a tank, and we're gonna open it up today. Yeah. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. First off, I need to apologize. I pulled a muscle so bad in my back right here before the show that I can barely breathe. So if I freak out or start crying or yell or something during the show, forgive me. It's sudden back pain. I totally pulled it on the way in here, and I'm just trying to push through it because I don't want to delay this. It's pretty cool. We have a cool little kit for you today, the Mystique Kit from iJoy. This thing came to me last week, and it's pretty cool. It's an 18650 mod. It's got a tank on it with new mesh coils that will fit in the old Avenger mini tank, which I have the mini right here. But it's a new coil. And so we're going to open this up. I want to say hello and thank you to everybody who is out there. Brandon, Dr. Dolphy, James Rivera, Leighton, Michaela, Old Vape Guy, Gary, Shelby Young, my cousin there, hello. And Al, Durant, Oklahoma, it's great to see you. Dude Mang, you guys are having Leighton's life. You guys are having a conversation. It's great to see you, James Rivera. Everybody, good morning. I hope that you have a cup of stimulated caffeine. Oh yeah. One of the things I'm going to tell you today is all about this tank, and also how to make this tank compatible with the coils from the coil art. Ho ho ho! I finally figured this out. I found a 510 that will make it compatible with the coil art and the RevTech coils. Same thing. Tell me, how are all you? Thank you very much to iJoy for this. Shout out to our friend Brandon, who had brain surgery last week and is doing okay. He's still pressing buttons. Said hi to him this morning. You guys go and hit his GoFundMe page and help that veteran pay for his medical bills, please. Tell me what you're vaping on and where you're at if you haven't done that already in the chat. Everybody, good morning. If you're watching this on the replay, this is a live show, and you're welcome to chat with us just like you're watching it live. Typically, we'll do the business part of it and do the unboxing and stuff in the first half. And then for the second half, we'll just have a hangout and talk. So the show's only really half as long as it looks. Morning, Leighton. Morning, everybody. Everybody's saying good morning. That's great. So, the Mystique Kit from iJoy. This is an 18650 kit, which is a little bit of a bummer for me. You guys know how much I love my 2700 gear. I'm going to adjust the focus for you so it looks better. But this is a really cool design that they have here. The design is from the National Water Center. I need to find out exactly what the name of it is, but it's got a really cool kind of honeycomb design. It says here it comes with the box, the new Mystique sub-ohm tank, the new M1 coil, and the M2 coil. The MQ1 is 40 to 80, and that's the one that's in it. And the MQ2 goes 40 to 80 as well, but it's a 0.2 ohm coil, and it's a dual coil. Tool pack, manual, cable, warranty card, replacement glass, and all the legalese. Just a slip case. Again, you guys know one of my pet peeves is they didn't notch the box. So I actually opened this before the show because it's so hard to open. And I put it in here this way so we never have to open it again. That's like so incredibly hard to open. Yeah, this design is designed after the Beijing National Aquatics Center. And if you've never seen the Beijing National Aquatics Center, it is super cool. I think I can open up a window here. And there are some pictures. That's the Beijing National Water Center. And so this design is designed to be kind of like that. So isn't that cool? It's got plastic doors, panels. Uses 18650s, which is a bummer to me. This could easily be a 2700 mod. And a metal rim on the outside. Those are magnetic. These are plastic. It feels a little bit hollow. I think they should put a little dampener, just a tiny little piece of plastic inside here, just like foam or something. I'm going to tape something in there and it'll sound less hollow. It uses the same chip, the iWapal chip that they use, the same one that's in the cool Katana and everything else too. They're all related, which means that you get all of those modes. I love this because it has tons of modes. And you guys know that I'm not a big fan of 18650 mods, obviously, but this one, it's got the same chip that the 2700 mod had in it at least. So 510 is spring activated in there. I'm going to go up a little bit here. Oops, I didn't mean to zoom. I meant to. Focus up. It's not a super lightweight mod, but it's pretty lightweight. It feels lightweight. I've got one kind of fit and finish issue, and that is that my door doesn't fit exactly right. And you'll notice that my door fits fine. It moves just a tiny bit. I mean, a lot of my doors move a tiny bit. But when I press from this side, no problem. It's all good. But if I press directly from the side this way, it moves a little. So there's probably like a 1 millimeter problem in mine where they need to tool this a little bit differently so that or on the sides or something. It just feels like a finish thing. And I think with a piece of tape, it'll end that. But again, that's just a tiny cosmetic issue. I told you it's center mounted 510. This is good for up to 24 millimeter tanks. Not a large mod, which is something that I actually really like about it. Yeah. It's got vent holes on the bottom. We'll put some fresh batteries in here for fun. One of the things, there's some comments about how it sounds a little bit plasticky in the comments, and that is true. But one of the things that I don't mind about this is that I, for one, look what I did. Here we go. I, for one, don't mind that. I like the fact that some manufacturers like Aspire and iJoy are making plastic mods, and the reason is that look who else is doing that. Pulse is doing that, and you can't affect the sound, but the Aspire is the same way. But this is my favorite mod, bar none, because it's so useful. And this one is, I've been using it for a while here, and I really, really, really like it. I do agree that sounds a little bit too much. They need to dampen it and make it sound a little bit less plasticky. But I really like how they're using plastic to make it lighter weight. And they should just use a slightly higher end plastic for this. Design's great, though. So I agree with you, and I have a caveat that I would add to it. So this is pretty cool. It feels great in the hand, works great, button works well. It requires a click, so it's not very soft. It can activate accidentally if it's pressed up against something, but it doesn't do that in my pocket. Really like this mod. It's cool. I wish it were 2700. Here comes our tank. This is the Mystique tank, and it comes with a bubble glass with higher capacity. Right now, oh, you know what? I misspoke, actually. This is a 26 millimeter atomizer, so I was wrong. It isn't 25, it's 26. I guess I measured that slightly incorrectly. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just looking at my notes. I told you wrong. It comes with the M1 coil built in, which is this guy, which I've used, obviously. And I have the M2 coil in there right now. It has a 510 drip tip, which I actually really like. Some of you might think that's a little bit outdated, but the 510 has good flavor. And I switched down to 510s anyway, quite a bit. I really like them. In fact, one of the things we're going to do is retrofit my favorite 510, my dot mod. 510, the best 510 in the business, friction fit, and it works well. And they've chosen to put O-rings on the actual drip tip. And so the friction fit 510 from the dot mod works really great. It has a new slide top opening system, and iJoy's really nailed this time. This really works great. It opens and it clicks and it stays shut. So it's a little bit better than our diamond tanks, because this guy on the Katana was a little bit too loose. I don't know what kind of problem they had. It has a little black surround that mimics the look of the water center, which is really cool. Sorry, that's e-liquid on my thumb that I just did that. And mine moves a little bit, so don't worry if yours moves. It seems pretty fine. What that lets you do is it lets you move it around so that you can see where the fill line is. And there's a fill line on these coils. It's pretty high, and I want to encourage you guys to observe that line. There it is right there, minimum. So turn this thing around so you can see that, and then make sure you keep it up to there, because I tell you, these coils don't tolerate being underfilled very much. A lot of these new mesh coils are doing this, putting fill lines on and telling you not to vape down below them, and they're right to do so. Let's just unscrew this and take it out. Oh, it looks like it's stuck to the top, which is fine. I'll just pull the glass off. There's the actual coil, the dual coil. And you'll notice they use long ends on these because the air intake on the inside of this is real tall, unlike most of the other mesh tanks. But this is what I would call a restricted airflow tank. So these coils are pretty good. I couldn't get any of these, either one, ever to vape at 80 watts. Both of these felt too hot at 70, like they were going to burn, and I vape them at 60 watts. I wish they would go a little higher because the flavor was better, but it feels like iJoy can't quite get higher wattages out of these, although the flavor was pretty good out of these at 60 watts, 65 watts. Like I said, when I went up any higher, it got to be a little bit hot. I'll put the bubble glass on there just for you to see. Remember, guys, put your bubble glass on the lid and then screw the lid on. It's much easier. Don't be me. Be you. Go. Keep screwing. I'm not doing a good job. Apply. Press firmly. Often twist. Beep, beep. And then screw. Go. All right. I haven't had any problem with this. It is cool. It does not leak, which is really great. The airflow, I keep my airflow at full or half. It is restricted at full airflow. So remember that if you get one of these guys, it isn't going to be your TFE 12 type of airflow. And that is it. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to put any e-liquid in it right this very second yet, because I want to show you guys how to change the coil in it in just a second. But let's screw it on here and look. Actually, I'll just show you, and then we'll put this coil back in here. All right. Here's something fun that I found. You know, a lot of these coils are compatible between brands, and not with these iJoy ones and with the new miniature ones. It was the same deal with this Avenger mini tank. I'm sorry, Diamond mini tank. These coils would be compatible with the Coil Art coils, for example, except that these manufacturers use a shorter one. The same is true of the RevTech coil, which is this little guy right here. And so I was on kind of a little mission. They're the same diameter, the same threading, and the same height, and the same threads. Oh, that's so horrible. That's my RevTech coil. And the same height that goes into, the same thread that goes into the chimney. And so this is iJoy. It screws in there. It's great. The coil is pretty good. And if you want, sometimes it's hard to find replacements or whatever. And I found that if I took the 510 out of my RevTech drift tube tank, if you take a little tool and just press down, this 510 will come out. Notice that the RevTech one has a taller 510. I'm not doing a good comparison here because these are little slippery parts. But you see that that's slightly taller. Well, watch this. If I put this 510 in here, you wouldn't do this for every coil. Where's that disgusting RevTech coil? There it is. It's a great coil, by the way. It's just gross. Screws right in. And even better, I did this right before the show, so let's hope this works. Look at that, 0.16. So how groovy is that? So we've been talking on Discord about this. I finally found a way to make it work. Swap out your RevTech Drift 2 510 if you want to use those coils. I'm going to use the iJoy coils because they're great. Until they run out, I have extra Drift 2 coils. That's the thing. As soon as the iJoy coils run out, I'll be using those. Let me put the dual coil in. I prefer the dual coil over the single. It produces a little bit better flavor. I vape it at 60 watts. It's a 0.2. I think it comes in a little bit lower than that. I'm going to reassemble this with all the original parts. Yep, 0.18 is what that comes out to. Oh, I want to use the bubble glass because it's pretty. I'll do this the opposite of the way I did it before and see what happens. How to fail. See, I told you. Dr. Dolphy says, nicely found. Yeah, we were discussing this in Discord. If you guys have not joined us in Discord, click the link in the description. There it is. Got it. 510. Give it the slip. Oh, wrong one. Put some e-liquid in there. I suggest that we do Latiza or, oh, no. I want to do Van Gogh Vapes House of Cream. You guys know I love Van Gogh Vapes. Make sure that you go to Van Gogh Vapes and check out the Black Friday deals. House of Cream. This is a nice custard. I love this custard. It isn't quite as good as maybe Jabo's Supreme, which I got a bottle of that from my buddies at Good Juice Vape. That's really good stuff. But this is yum. And we're filling her up. And that's it. That's all we had to do. I'm keeping the air about there. That's where I had it before. Or about 60 watts. This thing has many modes. Power mode. A mouth to lung mode for when you're needing just a voltage. Like if you use your ELF. That's really cool. It has the pod mode for those times when you're using your Unipod, which I had my Unipod. It's in the living room because I use it all the time, and I apologize. I'm looking around my desk. Nope, not here. When you're using your Unipod, a power mode, a temp mode for stainless steel, titanium, and nickel, a reset for your puffs, and it also has a bypass mode, which is basically bypass mode. I'm pretty sure is pod mode. No, that's voltage mode. I guess we're not seeing bypass because it would be series. I understand now. So no bypass. However, this has bypass because it's single. Hi, Ed. Good morning. Well, we don't want 15 watts, do we? Are we in power? Yes. Gonna go back up to 60. And vape. iJoy's done a much better job with these coils this time. I'm not sure exactly why, but every once in a while, I mean, they've been trying this year, making coils, and there's been 3 new mesh coils this year, and this one is finally decent. The other ones were good too, and they were improving, but the competition is really stiff. The guys over at even Smock and Aspire, they're making really good mesh coils, and now I really like these. These are in the miniature style tank too, which is my preference, is the smaller style tank. I really like this kit. I've been carrying it around for this entire time since I got it, and it just is good in the pocket. I don't like the little bit too much plastic sound of it. That could be done with just the sound of a thing. And this little problem right here needs to get fixed right here pretty badly, I think. I wish it were an 18 or a 2700 or a 21700. I love the design. I'd like to see one like the National Stadium in China too. This comes in really nice colors in blue and red and black, and I think white. I can make sure of that before I tell you. It comes in rainbow, purple, green, blue, red, white, silver, and black. So basically in America, it comes in a white, silver, black, red, and blue, which is really nice. I'll show you this. Looks good. The price of these is about $50, so they're not incredibly expensive considering it's the tank and a mod included. It's one reason why I'm willing to give them a little bit of a pass on the plasticky part of it, because they're not very expensive, and if they just do a little bit, just a tweak where this is going with the fit and finish, I think it's just going to be killer. It's great, because it's great in the pocket. One thing I like is that it's got this rectangular shape, which does slide right into your pocket super easy. And this tank doesn't leak, and the top doesn't move when you don't want it to. Really cool. So good on you, iJoy. Nice job. All right. Just for you guys just tuning in, this is a live show, but we're going to go into the live hangout version of this in just 1 second here because I'm through with the presentation part. I'm going to go just back and we're going to open the box and then we're going to wrap it up. But I hope all of you are having a nice Thanksgiving. And I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is VapeAM and this is iJoy Mystique today. So here be the actual box. You guys already saw the tray. This was pretty tough to get out of here, but you remember you put your fingers in these little holes and then pull out. It will come out. It took me a while. It's pretty funny. Sorry, there we had a little hiccup. I like how the manual tells you that it's designed after the Beijing National Aquatics Center, the water cube building. So that's cool. I know it's just aesthetic, but it's nice. A warranty card. A little card with some perplexing quotes. I guess these are things you could win if you visit iJoysig.com is what they're saying. But it's a little social media card. And a little thing asking you about the Mystique tank. Are you ready to buy a Mystique tank? No, check out tips below. Definitely some coils. So yeah. It is anti-leak, it's good. That's a strange little card. Not exactly the kind of conversation we would have here in the United States. The extra coil was in here and it has extra gaskets and a braided USB charging cable. In the manual, it's presented in, I think, 4 languages. It might be 6. No, it's a lot. 7 languages. If I had just a little time, I could speak 7 languages. It looks like it's 8.3 volts top, 162 watts on two 18650s. It's got power, mouth to lug, temp, pod bypass. It's not. It has a puff counter and you can clear it. It asked you about the resistance. It is USB upgradable. And that's about all they say. It's not too easy to read one of these folded up manuals, but it's acceptable, I suppose. I'm one of those people who reads manuals. Sorry about that, guys. It's just how I am since I was a little kid. It's one reason I have a YouTube channel, who knows. All right. Let's pop this up here. Don't put that in backwards, trust me. Do not. Do not put that in backwards. Look at this cool top. This is that cool thing. I'm using the bubble glass. I'm not going to use it right now. But it's themed. All right. It's boxed. There it is. Good morning. So we're going to go into the hangout portion of this. If you're watching live, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Stick around. If you're watching on the replay, click like and subscribe. All of you guys, mash the like button while I'm doing my little outro. And I hope all of you are having a great day and had a great Thanksgiving holiday. Still, a heart goes out to everybody in California who lost their homes in those horrible fires. And thank you to all of the emergency workers that are working on that, because you guys are working so hard. So I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the look at the Mystique from iJoy. This little kit's pretty cool. I'm going to be carrying this for a while. So tune in to Instagram, tune in to Twitter, and the rest. And we will see you guys soon. Thank you. Yum. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my God, my back. I'm dying. I am dying, dying, dying. We're going to have to cut this slightly short because you have to forgive me. My back. It's making, you can't hear this on camera, but it's making a cracking, gristling noise behind my shoulder. I don't know what I did. I was just, I can't remember what I was doing because I wasn't paying any attention, and that's what happened. So anyway, there's certain directions I can't really look. So I love all you guys. Thanks a lot. But I'm not leaving right this second. But let's talk for a few minutes until I just can't stand it anymore. And let's maybe change the coil out on the iJoy for fun. I have a way to do that and keep the juice. Ouch. Oh. Hey, there's Brandon Taft. Hey, buddy. Glad you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm just unscrewing the bottom here. I poured the e-liquid down into my little silicone bowl that I have for this purpose. Take the glass off. Oh, and I dropped the glass in there. Well, that'll be fine because I have paper towels. Keep it real. And let's do a 510 surgery on this, shall we? That coil aside. Grab the base. Clean it up just a little tiny bit. Take my tool and push out the 510. Most people will never do anything like this. It's just that I have extra coils for these other tanks. So if I can use them, I'd be happy to. They aren't cheap. And that was that. That was pretty easy. Now we'll take one of these. They're so easy to open. 0.2, 50 to 90 watts, best 60 to 80. Let's hope this works. That's a long 510. Cool. Okay. First, we clean up the glass. Lolzers. Okay, no problem. And I will take my top. No need to clean the inside because that's all going back in there in just one moment. Screw this back in. It's all greasy. Oops. You see, it just wants to pop right off. Lucky me. Here we go. Found purchase there for a moment. Maybe we should make sure it works. Yeah, it does. Glass is so slippery. Well, I guess what I could do is actually clean the inside of the glass. Adam says, why so few likes? Click that like button. Thank you. You're so right. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Tell me, what did you guys do for Thanksgiving this year? Anybody have any fun? Hey, you notice I got a new hat for my cute girlfriend? Aileen made me a new purple hat. Some of you guys may not have noticed, but I lost my purple hat last year. Lent it to someone. Never do that. Never do that. I'm just kidding. You can lend your hat out. But I did do that and I lost my hat. You know what? This may not work. You think that's... Yeah, no, when the buffering happens, that's almost always things that happen between you and me. Like you, the guy, like when I have problems here, it's quite obvious to me when I'm having problems, but like on my dashboard, I'm having none. That means that the problems exist between us. So Google takes my input here somewhere in the Northwest and then re-encodes it and then tries to send it around worldwide. It doesn't always succeed, unfortunately. Strange. Or usually that's how it works. So guess what? I cannot get this to work. It will not fit. So I was wrong. These are exactly the wrong size. Although, let me try something. What if I used the same glass? No, that won't work because they're different diameters. Well, that's a disappointment. So no saving money on this. That's weird. That's weird that I was making this work this morning. I must have gotten lucky. Maybe it was a different coil that I picked up. It was worn in differently. It's really strange. Shit happens. So let's get our 510 back. If we use the other 510, it's ginormous. This one back in here. And refill her up. Because I want to be vaping, don't you guys? Yeah, interesting. Those tolerances are so small. Because of course that fits perfectly in there. Turns. Yep. So I could probably take sandpaper to the top of this and get it to fit. It's that small. The tolerance is that tight. If I got it to fit this morning and it doesn't fit now, that means the tolerances are super tight and they vary by coil. It might even be better to file off the top of the, I could take a piece of sandpaper and file off the top of the coil shroud. We'll see. Anyway, it's not worth all that trouble though. I'm just feeling like tinkering, that's all.